Hi, everybody. It's Miss Julie. It's great to be back with you again. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I am a professor, a dancer, and a teaching artist who helps you to understand how movement can be combined with learning anything. I want to give you a chance to get used to my new haircut. I'm sure I'm not the only one that enjoys short hair living down here in the hot state of Mississippi. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and it builds on what we did last time, where we learned different ways to breathe and stretch to not only help us relax our bodies when we're learning and connect our body with our mind, but to help with big emotions on the days that we have them, or stress if we're somebody who gets nervous about taking tests. What we're doing today is called a visualization, and it involves something called a body scan. This is something I do with my dancers to just help them deeply relax and rest. It's really the equivalent of taking a long nap, but within a very short amount of time, because you're releasing as much of the tension in your body as possible. And it also involves your imagination. Your imagination is an incredibly powerful thing. Studies actually show that your brain doesn't separate what is happening to you in real life from what you think is happening to you. It receives that information the same, and of course the body stores that information, whatever it might be. So learning to use our imagination in a positive way is incredibly helpful when we're setting goals, or we're picturing our success or our ability to succeed in any way. That's also the reason why we always want to be really careful about what we put into our minds as much as what we put into our bodies. So what I want to ask you to do, and your teacher might want to pause the video for a second to give you a chance to do this, because whether you're on a carpet in your spot or at your desk, what I want you to do is to get in a really comfortable position where you don't feel like you have to fidget around as much. With what we're doing today, we're going to close our eyes and really relax. So I don't need you sitting up straight, and you could actually put your head down on the desk when your teacher says it's time to do this activity. So take a minute to just be in your body and decide what might feel good for you. And then I want you to close your eyes when you are there. If for whatever reason, I should say, if your mind wanders and you're not able to stay with everything that I'm telling you and do what I'm asking you to do, that's okay too. We'll talk about that for a second at the end. But go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to just take inventory. Notice your breathing. Don't change it in any way. Just notice if it's shallow and more up in your chest, or if it's deeper and more relaxed and down in your belly, or somewhere in between. If you're breathing fast or if you're breathing slow. And then take a minute to think about how you might be feeling right now for whatever reason, just in your own mind, and also what you might be thinking about or what is on your mind. Okay, and with your eyes closed, I want you to put your attention at the very top of your head, and I want you to imagine releasing any tension you might have in your scalp. Just every time you exhale, imagine that any tension you have is being released from your body. And now I want you to really relax your forehead and your ears and your nose and your cheeks, your eyelids, your jaw, the back of your neck. Really relax and release any muscles that might be tense or holding any extra energy. I want you to think about your shoulders. And again, your eyes are closed and you're just relaxed and still in this position you've chosen for your body and for yourself. But release all tension in your shoulders and down the upper arms and your elbows and your lower arms and the palms of your hands, the top of your hands, and all the way out your fingers. And with me right now, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine that any tension is draining out your fingertips and leaving your body. And now go back to your torso. I want you to relax all the muscles in your upper back, the middle of your back, your lower back, into your pelvis, into your hips. Release any tension you might have in your chest or your stomach. Relax and feel heavy in your seat. Relax every muscle you have in your upper legs. Relax your knees, relax your calves and your shins. Relax your ankles. Let all the tension go from the top of your feet, from the bottoms of your feet, and all the way down through your toes. And just like we did with our fingertips, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let all the tension go out the ends of your toes. Imagine it just draining off of you like a garden hose, letting all that water out. Again, your eyes stay closed. I want you to take 1 minute to scan your body with your mind's eye or in your imagination, and just look for any part of your body that might feel tight or tense, or any thoughts or any feelings that you have today that are distracting to you. And take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are releasing them out of you, letting them go. They are draining away from you, so that what you're left with is a relaxed, really free body. And we'll take about 10 seconds to just focus on our inhale. I want you to think about your favorite color. And every time you inhale, I want you to imagine that you're filling yourself up with that favorite color. Today, I would choose green. Every time I inhale, I imagine that green is filling up my lungs, but also going out into the ends of every limb that I have, maybe changing my hair green. And then just take a few more inhales until you feel like you're really filled up with this beautiful color and that you're vibrant and bright. And again, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to take a minute to imagine one of your favorite places. This can be at home in your own room, laying in bed. This can be a place that you've traveled to that you love, or the kitchen in your house while somebody is cooking something delicious. Just a place where you feel very relaxed and very safe. But this can also be a place that is in your imagination, something that you read about, something that it isn't even possible, like sitting on top of a big fluffy cloud in the sky on a perfect day, or sitting on top of a mountain, or floating in space. It doesn't matter where you are, it just matters that you feel safe here and you're able to feel very relaxed, imagining yourself here. And now I want us to use our different senses, again, using our imagination, or what I call the mind's eye. I want you to take a look around this space with your eyes closed. Just imagine looking around where you are. What do you see? What is surrounding you? You might even want to think about what you might be wearing. Make sure that it's comfortable or it feels great to have on. And now I want you to think about whether there are any smells there. Is the smell of baking bread in the house? Is there a smell of the ocean? Can you smell flowers? And now I want you to think about what you might hear in this space. Is a hawk flying overhead? Is there music playing? Take a minute to really bring this place and this space alive for yourself. And now I want you to picture somebody that you truly love and that you know really loves you all the way back, coming and meeting you in this space. Imagine them walking into this space and saying hello and sitting down next to you or across from you, just near you. It feels great to have them there, and you're glad that they have joined you. And I want you to take a minute to think about and imagine saying to this person something that you love about them, or something that you're grateful for, about who they are in your life. Just take a second to do that. And now I want you to imagine saying something to them. Imagine saying something to them in response to something they might say to you. What might this person say to you? Imagine what they might say back to tell you how much they love you, or to wish you well, or to reassure you, or to remind you of what you're capable of. And finally, I want you to imagine that you are standing up next to them, wherever you are. Give them a big hug, thank them for joining you, send them on their way. And now we need you to head back as well. So picture yourself rising up from wherever you are. You can, this is one of my favorite things that I wish I could actually do as a kid. Imagine that you're able to fly. And picture yourself flying back from wherever you have been, back over town, back through whatever places you have to travel to go from where you are, imaginary or real, back to your classroom. Now I want you to picture seeing your school, entering your school, entering your classroom, and just floating on the ceiling of your classroom, looking down on yourself right now, wherever you are, and everybody else in the space. And with a deep breath in, as you exhale, I want you to imagine that you are lowering down towards your body. And take another breath in. And as you exhale, enter into your body. And now on the third exhale, I want you to, as you exhale, wiggle your fingers and toes and connect your imagination and your mind back with your body. And then finally, take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, just open your eyes wherever you are. So you may be looking at the floor, you may be looking at the ceiling, you may just be looking straight ahead, and just take a nice soft focus and stay really relaxed. This is a very deep form of relaxation and a guided meditation, and you might feel a little bit tired right now, and that's okay. It's supposed to relax you. I also want to say that if for whatever reason you fell asleep during that time, that's okay too. It is a sign that you probably need to get more sleep on your own, because when you're trying to learn when you're tired, it's really, really tough. So if you fell asleep, try to get more sleep at night so that you're more awake. It's a lot more fun to learn and do what you have to do in school as a student if you're not battling being too tired. So the way that we wake up and we get ready to go is we can do something as simple as going down the hall to get a drink of water. Just walking and getting back into your body is fine. Teachers, if you want to just have students stand up and walk around the room for a minute, that'll do it too. But just in case we need a quicker transition, I want you to shake both of your arms out. Really shake them out. Shake out your head. Shake out your body. Shake out your right leg. Shake out your left leg, shake out everything all at the same time. We just need to get that energy moving back through the body. And now we're going to do some silent roars, just 3 of them at a time. Waking up our face. One more. And then let's do our last one and put our hands on it. Good. Remember this. If you ever need to relax, this is a fantastic thing to do. If you're out of energy at home and you still have homework to go, or you've got a big thing at night that's an activity, and you need to find a way to really get yourself woken up, but also get a lot of energy to spare to do whatever it is you have to do. Remember that these videos can be used in the classroom, but you can also use them at home. That was only about 4 or 5 minutes, even though it might have felt longer. So this is a terrific way to rest, but also not take too much time to do it. So until next time, make the day great. Remember that you are great and how valuable you are. See you later.